Dear students, I am Sobha Bansiwal, Assistant Professor English, SPC Government College Bhim. Today I am going to explain the poem from an essay on man by Alexander Pope. This poem is an extract from a larger poem written by Pope, which is known as an essay on man. Uh, Pope's poem An Essay on Man has four epistles. Uh, these epistles are dedicated to Henry St. John, uh, who is known as Lord Bolingbroke. Uh, in this poem, the purpose of Alexander Pope is to justify the ways of God to men. In this poem, Alexander Pope speaks about human nature. He says that human beings should try to understand themselves rather than analyze the nature of God and uh, his actions. Let me explain you the poem text wise, uh, line to line. Uh, Here Alexander Pope says, "Know then thyself, presume not God to scan. The proper study of mankind is man, placed on this isthmus of a middle state, a being darkly wise and rudely great, with too much knowledge for the skeptic side, with too much weaknesses for the stoic's pride." Pope says that the poet says, "Know then thyself, presume not God to scan." That he says that human beings should try to understand themselves. They should try to know the nature of human beings rather than analyze the nature of God. The proper study of mankind is man. He says that the proper subject of study for human beings is human beings themselves, placed on this isthmus of a middle state, a being darkly wise and rudely great. He says that human nature is uh, human beings are torn between two extremes. Uh, their nature is like isthmus, which is a land which unites two larger portions. Uh, Human beings, according to him, human beings are darkly wise. They are wise, still they make mistakes, and they are rudely great. With too much knowledge for the skeptic side, human beings have so much knowledge that they cannot be skeptic. Um, with too much weakness for the stoic's pride, and human beings cannot be stoic, they cannot be indifferent to sorrows and happiness. Uh, they have their own weaknesses. He hangs between in doubt to act or rest, in doubt to deem himself a god or beast. Human being is always in confusion, is in doubt. He is in confusion or in doubt to whether to uh, do a thing or not. Uh, he is in confusion whether he should consider himself a god or a beast. Um, in doubt his mind or body to prefer, born but to die, and reasoning but to err. Human being is always torn between doubt. He is in doubt whether he should give preference to mind or to body or passions or desires. Born but to die. Human being is born. His place in this earth is very short-lived, and he is his death is inevitable. He has reasoning, but still he makes mistakes. Alike in ignorance, his reason such, whether he thinks too little or too much. Although he has reason, common sense, and intelligence, yet he has so much ignorance, and he makes mistakes. Um, he thinks he whether he thinks too little or too much. Chaos of thought and passion, all confused. He is in confusion. He is lost in thoughts and passions. He is in confusion or in doubt whether he should give importance to thoughts, ideas, or to his passions or desires. Still by himself abused or disabused, created half to rise and half to fall. Human being is deceived by himself. Um, he uh, he he tries to raise himself, but he falls down because of his own mistakes. Great Lord of all things, yet a prey to all. Although human being tries to control circumstances of his life and environment around him, yet he falls a prey to his environment and circumstances. Soul judge of truth in endless error hurled. Human being is truth. Sole judge of truth in endless error hurled. Human beings have knowledge. He knows the truth. Still, he makes mistakes and makes errors. Glory, the glory, jest, and riddle of the world. In this way, human being is a dignified human being is dignified. He has glory. Uh, Still, he is a great jest. He is ridiculed, and he is riddle of the world. He is riddle of the world because uh, it is very difficult to understand the nature of human being, because he is always uh, confused. He doesn't know whether he should do an act or not. Although he has knowledge, still he makes mistakes. Although he has great qualities, still he does beastly acts. So, the nature of human beings is a great riddle. So, human beings try to understand the nature of themselves, or the nature of human beings, instead of trying to analyze the nature of God. Uh, Thus, in this poem, Alexander Pope speaks about the nature of human beings, uh, and he says that human beings try to understand the nature of human beings rather than the nature of God, because God, whatever God does, He does for the best of human beings. Uh, Although human beings don't understand his scheme, the universe, the scheme of God, uh, but at later stage they come to realize the that God is doing something better for them. So this poem is about justifying the ways of God to men, and in this poem, Pope guides human beings to uh, know the nature of themselves. Thank you.